Howdy, everybody. Happy spring. Yeah, I think we can call it spring now, even though it's not technically spring for a while. It's kind of like in November. Don't we all just kind of call that winter, even though it's not really winter until December 21st, something like that? So anyways, happy spring. It's beautiful out. Let's see. Oh, go over some stuff about my new storage system. Somebody from France told me that he had never heard of a French cleat system. And I thought that was funny because it was just like French toast and French fries. All those things that France is famous for. I'm sorry. But I do like the French cleat system. It seems to work out really well. A couple of comments that I've gotten, the way I did the saws here, a couple of people said that it probably takes up too much room. You're right. If you notice, I had 3 of them in there. Somebody suggested that I put them on the sides, and that's also a good idea. So I did put one of them on the sides, and I put my big saw on the side also, the one that I really hardly ever use. But I keep it around, you know. It makes me look like a woodworker if I keep a big saw like that. They should probably go in this way, I think, and it would take up less room. I'll probably figure out some way of doing that. But yeah, for now it works. I still got a lot of extra space, so I'm not running short on space. Murray suggested that these screwdriver racks would work if I just had angled them, and then that way they wouldn't have fallen out and I wouldn't have needed to put that front fence on there. And I think that's a good suggestion. Probably a lot of those would work if you just angled them back a little bit. Somebody commented that it looked like too much work to set it up, so you know. It's called woodworking. I would suggest buying something if it looks like too much work. In fact, just don't build stuff out of wood, just buy it. It's a lot easier. A lot of people were asking me what happened to my Charger emblem and my Silverado emblem from my old Chevy Suburban. I still have those. I've got them somewhere. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Actually, it's right here. There's my Charger emblem. So yeah, maybe I'll just, you know, stick it up there. There. Too much work. Too much work. Oh, I wanted to show you a picture that Milan in Slovakia sent me this morning of his French cleat system, and it's really cool because he puts the you know, sandpaper and glue and that sort of thing on. Each has their own individual spot that he can just pick up and remove and take it right to his workspace when he's working, and I think that's a great idea. But you know what I just now noticed about my system here is that I have this cleat running across there, and I don't have anything on it except for two things. So these guys came out this week and finally cut down. I had our tree cut down in our front yard, our liquid amber tree. And if you don't know, I tweeted about this on Facebook. I tweeted on Facebook that I showed a picture of the guys cutting down. Here's another picture of it. But liquid amber trees are evil. They leave these little prickly balls that are just painful. They drop down. They're all over the place. And so I'm so glad we got that tree cut down. Now we can start to maybe landscape the front yard a little bit. And a lot of you were asking me if I was going to save the wood and do anything with it, and I didn't. I just had them, you know, run it all through the wood chipper and everything. I thought about it, but you know, I remember when I cut down my apple tree and I saved the wood from that, and I really don't have the facilities to mill the wood or dry it, and it really just, it all split, and it was, I don't know, kind of useless. I guess it would probably be good for turning, but I don't know, it's gone now. So the only other thing I'm kind of thinking about doing with this is doing something about these adjustable shelves. I don't know, these are also a problem because when I pull something out, say I want to pull out this box of screws, a lot of time that whole shelf just comes with it. It's just 1/4-inch plywood, and it's sitting on those little shelf pin supports. So I don't think those adjustable shelves are a good idea for something that you are removing all of the time, especially stuff that's kind of heavy. So I don't know, I may come up with something new for that eventually. But I'm pretty happy with the shop organization, how it's all kind of coming along. It all started because of those clamps, because I wanted to store my clamps differently. But if you notice, they still have this huge empty space right here, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. And plus I've got another space by the entrance to my garage door. I'm gonna do something with that too, but it takes time. I see it all as just, you know, constantly evolving. I don't want my shop to ever just stay the same. So I've been designing the project for next week. It's gonna be a coffee table because we got this brand new chair. It's not brand new, it's 8 years old, but it looks like brand new. And we got it from Craigslist. And we lucked out because usually, and it was free. Free chair from Craigslist, because usually you see free stuff on Craigslist. And my wife found this first thing in the morning and she said, let's go look at this chair. It's up in San Marin, which is kind of like where all the rich, snooty people live. I shouldn't have said snooty. The wealthier people live up there, you know, on the other side of the tracks. So, but my first thought when I see a free chair on Craigslist is, God, somebody doesn't want to make a trip to the dump. So they put it on Craigslist. My first thought is, it's going to smell like cat urine, is what it's going to smell like. But it didn't, and it's this beautiful chair and everything. So now, and it comes with an ottoman. You know, an ottoman, and so it takes up space. So our current coffee table is just too big for the space. So I'm going to make a new coffee table, a narrower one. And I've been wanting to make a new coffee table for a long time, but now I kind of have to make one. Either that or my wife's just going to throw out the other one, and I'm not going to have any place to put my feet. So anyways, but it's going to be similar to the credenza, because I really like that 50s style furniture that I know a lot of people don't like. So anyways, I'm designing that, and it's going to be similar to that, and so I got to figure out a way to make a video interesting when I'm kind of just doing the same project again, but I'll come up with something. Finally, there's always one guy who does not like any music that I put in my videos. I don't think it matters what kind of music or anything, it's just music in general. So I've taken your comments to heart, and I've been kind of playing around with coming up with a new introduction to Mere Minutes. Here you go.